government will start rebuilding them.
President Trump said the administration will work with Rodriguez for now, provided she meets U.S. demands. Trump has said he's effectively running Venezuela and is focused on boosting oil production in the South American country. Meanwhile, Maduro is facing criminal charges in New York. He pleaded not guilty yesterday at his arraignment. The CDC is overhauling the childhood vaccine schedule. More from Tammy Trujillo.
The updated schedule is expected to resemble Denmark's, which recommends all children get vaccines for 11 diseases rather than 18. Senior Health and Human Services officials say the changes are meant to restore trust in public health, but public health experts and major medical organizations warn against the changes. Parents who want their children to receive all of the vaccines previously recommended will still be able to do so, and insurance will cover the costs.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Broadcasting live and local, daily, from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is WOON AM and FM.
WOON, Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning to you. Coffee Ann time once again on ON Radio, Tuesday morning, January the 6th. Hi there, this is Joe Callahan. Thanks for joining us this morning at the Coffee Ann table. We'll say good morning to Linda Tebow. Nope, wait a minute, there she is. That's Linda Tebow. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And AJ Brissett is here as well. Good morning to you there, AJ.
Good morning, good morning.
Glad you could make it here as well. And we're going to hear from our old friend Ed Carew. He's going to call in about 8:15 or so because we have a stock market question for him.
Yes.
So he's still he's retired, but he's still in the biz and he's still got the good answers.
Yes, he does.
So we're going to ask him about that. He's going to call in about 8:15 or so. So we'll be talking to Ed Carew as well. And speaking of Ed, the Carew Investment Group is first segment sponsor of Coffee Ann.
They say in business you don't last very long if you don't know what you're doing. And if that's the case, we must know a thing or two at the Carew Investment Group because we've been in the business since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments. At the Carew Investment Group, we employ a conservative approach to client portfolios by using only the best quality companies available, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We look for opportunities that we expect to go up in value not every day, but over time. And we take our responsibility seriously and always place our clients first in any investment decision. If you'd like to know more or would like a free portfolio review of your current holdings, you can call Paul or Ed at 765-8880. Our office is located at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and we'd love to meet you and see if we can help you with your investing journey. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Coffee Ann here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. Nice to have you along with us. All right, things that are going on that we want to get to, and it's the state police always puts out their numbers on DUI, things like this, yeah. And it's not bad, considering. So they did between December 24th, Christmas Eve, all the way to January 5th, only 24 DUI arrests. Sounds like a lot, but it's really, I don't think it's, I think it's average.
Is it that they couldn't catch the rest?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question, but I don't know.
How many were still out there, right?
Well, considering they conducted a little over 1,000 traffic stops and responded to 159 vehicle crashes, out of that they made 26 DUI arrests. So they did a pretty good job of catching the bad people.
Does it tell us compared to what, like last year?
I don't have last year's numbers, but I'm thinking if this is a good week and a half.
Yeah, but 159 crashes?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot.
That
but
is a lot.
we had snow and slippery conditions.
I got to
So
tell
that,
you,
that
though,
might have led up to that.
I used to be in a band, and we always played out on New Year's Eve, which was a great night to play out.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to play 5 hours. We played till 1. I hated driving home after that.
Yes.
It'd be like
You were
1:30
taking your
or
life
2.
in your hands. I was so
Yes.
happy when I stopped playing
Exactly.
New Year's
Yeah.
Eve.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Because
Yeah.
that's when the crazies have hit now hitting the roads.
Oh my gosh, it was.
I don't think it's as bad as it used to be.
I don't know. I haven't been out.
You don't go out.
Well, are you kidding? We went out. We go out to early dinner. It's so early. It's almost lunch, you know.
That's what we used to do.
Yeah. And we've been doing that for several years now, and it's really nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Get home before it gets dark.
Yes, nice dinner. You know, just sit down on the couch and watch them do the things that they do.
That's it.
We watched Nashville this year.
Oh, and you watch them drop the music note.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a nice show.
And down in Nashville,
Wow.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Really nice, yeah.
No, that's
Really
cool.
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I don't think 24 DUIs, 26 DUIs in that 10-day period.
Out of all the stops. no,
out of all those
No,
stops, that's actually
out of
pretty
the
good.
actual stops, yeah. But the
Yeah.
crashes, though, that's kind
Yeah,
of
you have
Yeah.
to wonder why they stopped so many people, though.
Well, they do have sobriety
Well,
checkpoints.
They do.
We're
yeah.
pulling everybody over
Yeah,
just to make
they
sure
do,
you're not
yeah.
See, that's
impaired.
another reason not to go out on Halloween.
You're just going to get
Exactly.
pulled over.
But I think most people know where those stops are.
Yeah, I think
See,
so, too.
I don't.
You don't?
I've never been in one. I've never seen one.
Are you
Right.
out on the...
Well, I don't go out either. I'm not out on New Year's Eve, so I don't know where these
He
things
leads a
are.
sheltered life.
I do leave a sheltered life. That's like watching the Patriots and we're complaining because the game starts at 8, which means it ends at 11. Well,
Right.
I can make it a halftime.
Yeah.
They need to shorten those games.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's tough.
Major League Baseball for years has been looking to shorten the games, and with all the changes that they've made, so far they've shortened the games by 4 minutes.
I think it's a
That's
little
all?
more than that.
I don't think so, Joe.
Um,
All right, 6 minutes. I'll give you.
yes, and 6 minutes. Well, after working at McCoy Stadium, where games were 3.5 hours long, moving it up to Worcester where they put the clock in, and I noticed that the games were shortened by about a half an hour.
Really?
It may be different on the major league level because of this. Well, there's more commercial timeout. At the minor league level, it's only a minute and a half between innings that they're supposed to do. Major league level might be 2 minutes.
Well, McCoy was before the clock, right?
That's yes.
Yeah.
At the very end, they started putting it in.
Right.
But but this is what's funny. They put the clock in at McCoy. I think they had it there for maybe 2 seasons. Yeah, it was there and it looked good and it worked. But the umps didn't recognize. Not that they recognized it. They didn't do anything about
They didn't
it.
pay any attention
They didn't pay any
to it.
attention to
Yeah.
it. When it moved up to Worcester, and Major League Baseball took over minor league baseball. And then the hammer came down. You will start doing this because
Yeah.
now we're bringing people in from Major League Baseball to watch you to make sure you are following the clock. And if you don't,
Yeah.
you're out.
Okay,
so then
so-
they started following it.
Even if they did shorten the game by a half hour, that's
Okay.
not enough.
Okay. Well, we always said working there, if we can get it to 2.5 hours, somewhere between 2.5 and 2 3/4, these 3.5 hour baseball games is getting ridiculous. But we put up with it for football. I don't know if it's because the game is once a week,
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
and we're like we're okay with it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
that might be it. So
Do you remember Chris Clark?
yes, Channel 10 sports guy.
Yeah, and he used to do the Sox game.
He did
The,
Paw Sox
Paw
games.
Sox
Yes,
games,
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work with him. I worked at WARA at that time, so I would cut him in and out, whenever.
Okay.
It was fun.
Okay. No. Okay. That was good. All right.
But you're old enough to remember him.
I remember him on TV. Sure.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't think I was working there when he was doing the games.
No.
It would have been a little later on. The first guy I remember doing radio at McCoy, his name was Gary. Oh, yeah, it was Gary.
Gary.
And I can't remember Gary's name, but Gary Cohen, that's his name. Gary went on to. He still works in New York.
Really?
Mets. Mets. He's on the Mets radio network and has been doing it for years and years and years. As soon as he left McCoy, he went there.
Was he on radio or TV?
Radio. Gary Cohen only did radio. Yeah.
Yeah, to announce the game.
Yes.
Well, not announce, but narrate.
Yep. He would do the play-by-play, and occasionally, and we've had it on this station where the Olympics. He usually gets called up to do Olympic hockey.
Really?
On the radio as well.
Oh, on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he does very well. My two favorite Gary Cohen stories, not that you would know this, was one, he was a huge fan of the Ramones. And the Ramones were coming to Providence on a day of the game. So, of a game at McCoy. And they were playing like at the living room. Remember the living room nightclub in Providence? When the game was over, I've never seen someone get... undressed and dressed so quickly in his radio booth, and not that he was wearing a suit, but he was dressed, nicely, business casual, but then changed into his leather outfit to go watch the Ramones. I'm like, what's with the outfit, Gary? This is what you wear when you go see the Ramones. It's like, oh, okay, and Ben Mondo had quite the sense of humor. If you ever got to know him,
Ben Mondo was a great guy,
and he would walk in on Gary, and Gary was a real professional broadcaster, and he would sneak up behind him and grab his headphones off his ears and snap them back while he was doing the play-by-play. So now Gary naturally gets mad. He doesn't know, or gets angry. He doesn't know who has done this, and because Ben tapped me on the shoulder because I was right near the door. He goes, "Watch this," and. So Gary turns around with fire in his eyes to see who has done this, and it's the owner of the team who signs his paycheck.
Whoops.
Oh, Ben's come into the studio, and he did that one time, and Ben another time, walked in while Gary's talking on the air, and Ben in the background. Are we on the radio in here? Ben could be quite the kidder sometimes. All right. Other things going on in Pawtucket. AJ, I mentioned this to him this morning, and this is where we've come to now, Linda. This is what kids do when they're not happy. 14-year-old girl is accused of making a bomb threat at Tolman High yesterday.
I
in
saw
Pawtucket.
that on the news. Yeah.
And like I told AJ before, and in the old days, if you did anything like this or pull the fire alarm, they just told you, cut it out. And you don't do it again. But now, the FBI, AJ, the FBI is at Tolman High. They informed police about the threat around 11:30 Monday morning, and a lockdown was put in place as patrol officers, detectives, K-9 units responded to the school. Police identified and detained the teen who allegedly made the threat. Police searched the school and determined there was no threat, and the lockdown was lifted. In addition to possible charges, the student could face school-related consequences that include suspension or expulsion.
Well, you can't take chances anymore.
Not anymore.
Because
You've got to get the K9s and cops and
they can sniff out all the bomb-making stuff
just,
better than us. But I was telling AJ off air, Linda, just because you don't want to take a test, or I don't like the boy in the class or the girl in the class, or I didn't do my homework. The consequences now of calling in a bomb threat are so extreme.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe they don't understand that.
Well, no, but maybe since they are so extreme, they'll stop doing it.
Well, you would think so. But it's also...
Well, many times these kids just, like you say, don't do this again. Like they're going to listen.
Yeah, okay.
Come on. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But, they have to take it seriously now.
Yeah. But are they doing it?
The sign of the times.
Are they doing it because they don't think the consequences are that severe?
But now that they are, maybe they'll
Well,
learn.
maybe they'll stop. Okay. Well, I hope so.
It's more than just a slap on the wrist and say, bad girl.
Well, it's reasonable to assume that they don't think of the consequences.
Well, they don't. Yeah.
That's what
Well, they don't think. No.
If I can stop the class, stop and I'm assuming there's a test going on.
Yeah.
If I could stop this and push it off to tomorrow or next week, give me a little more chance to study. I don't know. I just don't want to do the test today, and so let's. Everybody's got a phone.
But you wonder what was her reason.
Well, yeah, they never tell you.
I'm sure they'll investigate that.
Oh, I'm
and
sure
find
they
out.
will.
Because so many, there's so many of things happening online now, and grooming these young people to do bad things.
It just says making a bomb threat. How it was made doesn't say.
No.
So what were the consequences for her?
It doesn't say.
No, it didn't
They're
say.
thinking.
I just figured you would know.
I don't. It just says possible charges. Now that's just from the police.
Right.
Let's arrest you and charge you with making a bomb threat.
What will the FBI say?
What will the FBI say? And then there's what the school's going to do, which are two separate things. So, but they don't say what they're going to do.
That's disruptive to the
whole
class,
school.
the whole school.
Yeah, because I've never been. They didn't do this when I was in school. So I'm assuming when they do a lockdown, okay, everything stops. You stay in that whatever classroom you're in, and you don't move.
Right, exactly.
Until we tell you, okay, it's time.
Yeah.
Whatever time has passed, and you figure something like this is going to take at least an hour.
Yeah.
To go through the whole school.
Yeah.
How big is Tolman, AJ?
It's pretty big.
It's how many floors are on that school? It's 4. Okay, that's going to take you a while to go through.
Well, come to think of it, if it's a bomb threat, they don't want them to shelter in place. Right. You would think they would evacuate the building,
Well, right, they would. I guess if they found the bomb threat, or actual bomb. Yeah. So I don't know. So
it reminds me of it's totally different. It just reminds me of a time when I was in Boston at a conference and I was staying at a hotel. And I was awakened around 6 a.m. by the alarm, the hotel alarm that went off. And they locked everybody in their room.
In the hotel?
Yeah.
Really?
Couldn't get out of your room. I didn't know they could do that.
Wow.
And the fire trucks came and they had the trucks up against the building and the ladders up and everything. And that was scary.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is.
Geez.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take our first break here on the Coffee and program. Ed Crew is waiting for us, so we're going to talk to Ed when we come back. This first segment of Coffee and has been sponsored by the Carew Investment Group.
They say in business you don't last very long if you don't know what you're doing. And if that's the case, we must know a thing or two at the Carew Investment Group because we've been in the business since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments. At the Carew Investment Group, we employ a conservative approach to client portfolios by using only the best quality companies available, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We look for opportunities that we expect to go up in value not every day, but over time. And we take our responsibility seriously and always place our clients first in any investment decision. If you'd like to know more or would like a free portfolio review of your current holdings, you can call Paul or Ed at 765-8880. Our office is located at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and we'd love to meet you and see if we can help you with your investing journey. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Before you head to Wachusett Mountain, head to Wachusett.com.
Buy your tickets in advance and save. You can also buy lessons, rentals, and more.
Your day on the slopes is just one click away.
For our live webcams, latest conditions,
and discounted tickets,
go to Wachusett.com.
Hi, Joe Callahan here. In the winter, don't get caught without Inferno Ice Melt from Belo's Flowers. Remember the snowstorm we had after Christmas? I used Inferno Ice Melt on the snow in my driveway before shoveling. What a huge help in reducing what needed to be removed. And then I used Inferno Ice Melt to clean up the rest. And I was down to bare pavement within hours. 50-pound bags of Inferno Ice Melt are available today at Belo's Flowers. Inferno Ice Melt is environmentally and pet safe. Belo's Flowers also has Cubics wood pellets for your wood stove. Inferno Ice Melt is essential for your home in the Blackstone Valley. Get your bag today at Belo's Flowers, 665 Diamond Hill Road, Woonsocket. The Coffee and panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
Blackstone Valley's ON Radio.
All right, Coffee Ant on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow, AJ Brissett, and joining us on the phone, old friend Ed Carew. Good morning to you, Ed.
Hello there. How you doing?
Well, we're doing okay, and we're glad Ed could join us because we got the story here, Ed. And yeah, we know you're retired. Well, say hi to Ed, everybody.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Ed,
Miss
everybody.
you.
Hello. Hi, Linda. Hi, AJ. How are you?
The Ed's still, he's retired, but he's still got his hand in the market and what's going on. And so the story came down, Ed, and we just want to follow up with you of why this might have happened. It just says Wall Street is closing higher. This would have been yesterday, obviously. Closing higher as markets react to the U.S. military strike that captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. The Dow Jones Industrial Average hit a new record high as financial, energy, and defense stocks all surged. Chevron shares gained more than 5% as investors bet U.S. firms would have access to the world's largest oil reserves. And at the closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 594 points to 48,977. The S&P 500 rose 43 points to 6902, and the Nasdaq climbed 160 points to 23,395. Now, is this just because the military action took place? And people thinking that the oil companies are going to run in and fix everything and make a lot of money? Or is it just always happens when there's a military strike?
Well, you get more than one question in there. So
Sorry about that.
One at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
All right, why did this happen? Here we go.
All right, first of all, the beginning of the year, usually the market goes up. And a reason for that, when we're not having military strikes and taking over other people's oil, is because you get all kinds of 401k money coming in from employers. It's going into the market at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Okay, so that's part of it. The second part of it, with the oil companies, that was just foolishness. Okay?
All right.
In my opinion, there was just morons buying oil stocks because of that news. They're not ready to pump oil out of Venezuela. The place is falling apart.
And they won't be for years.
Right, exactly. So I would not be running out there and buying oil companies because of this.
Okay.
And you don't even know when they're going to start fixing it. The companies that are going to have to put in the infrastructure first before the oil is being pumped, those are the guys that are going to make the money.
Yeah.
But even they are probably not going to get into Venezuela and do much of anything for, who knows, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years? They don't really know. So, it's just too early to use the oil as an excuse.
Okay.
Military action, we usually do well with military action. Yeah, usually get a bounce off of that. So that's not unusual.
All right. So, no, I think that answers the questions, Ed. And
so do you think it'll settle right back down, Ed?
Do I think what will settle back down?
The buying?
Yes.
The market. Yeah.
The buying of the oil companies, I guess.
I hope so.
No.
There were big jumps. So
yeah.
Yeah, they were. That's what I mean. It was, in my opinion, it was people getting excited, a knee-jerk reaction to the news. That happens with all kinds of industries. This time it just happened to be oil.
Okay. So you're thinking...
Usually it changes.
Okay.
I think one of the biggest gainers yesterday was Chevron.
Right.
Okay, let me see what's going on here.
They went up 5%.
Yeah, right. And right now they're showing that they're going to be, the pre-market is showing up about another close to 1%. That's Chevron.
Yeah.
Exxon is showing just a few pennies higher. Now, it may be up again first thing this morning. I would not be buying it. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't buy it.
But the people at Chevron must be thrilled beyond belief. The people are buying their stocks, right?
They don't care.
Oh, they don't? Oh, all right. doesn't affect them at
care?
all?
That doesn't give them anything.
I thought it did. Okay.
No, the people at Chevron. You mean the employees?
Not the employees. I'm thinking like the CEO and the CFO and then those guys.
Well, I mean, they prefer to see their stock go up than down.
Well, right, yeah.
It's not like, they're not getting a cut out of every dollar the stock goes up.
No? Okay.
If they own shares, that's a different story.
All right, so so they just put someone else in charge down in Venezuela. I forget her name, but
the vice president.
Yes, is she? I didn't hear that. But will the stocks react to her being in charge?
I doubt it.
Okay, all right, there you go. So we had the big surge on Monday, and then we'll have the not the selling off, but the leveling off, I guess, will happen throughout the rest of today and through the rest of the week.
I mean, that's what I think, anyway.
Yeah.
But again, like this is January, and this is when you get all the money coming into the market from the 401k money.
Yeah.
That to me is a determining factor.
All right. So it's just.
And yeah, I do have my hands in this thing because I got my own portfolio to run. So
that's right.
I'm watching everything very closely.
Okay. So so just keep that in mind, people. If you're out there buying stocks, don't rush to judgment. Don't say, oh no, gee, we're going to buy oil right now because Venezuela's going to stop pumping it out like crazy within the next couple of weeks, and that ain't going to happen, right, Ed?
It takes years.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to take a long time. And let's just put one more thing. Let's say they were able to pump it out like it's going out of style next week. What do you think would happen to the price of oil?
It'd probably go up.
No, it will go down.
No, that's
no, you'd be flooding the market with supply.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
I barely passed economics, Ed.
That's what it shows.
I was going to say,
too busy doing the skiing class.
I did well in skiing class.
I know you did. I know. I'm so fascinated that was
microeconomics was tough.
Yeah.
Well, Ed, thank you so much. You can go back into retirement now until we need you again.
No, Ed, thanks for joining us this morning and setting us straight on the stock market here. So that helped out a lot.
Say hi to Jane.
Have a good day.
Yeah, y'all.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Ed. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yep.
All righty. So Ed Crew joining us, telling us, don't it's not that you're panicking. People that sell crazy are panicking. Don't go buy crazy like this. Or Ed right now, because it's just not the time to do that. So, all right. And we did have a note that was called in, keeping it on the whole Venezuela thing. And then the note, 766-1240, if you want to call something in. Arresting him. Is it not constitutional? That's a question. I believe the President of the U.S. has the jurisdiction to empower him to do so. Why? Because there is evidence of Maduro transporting drugs that are harmful to U.S. citizens. The Democrats are not looking at the circumstances that are, quote, against the law, unquote. Okay. I brought it up yesterday on the program. Every president since Harry Truman has done military strikes. Every one. Without congressional approval.
Yeah.
And Truman goes back to Korea and going forward. Some worked and some didn't. Look at John F. Kennedy and Jimmy Carter. Didn't quite work out so well with those guys. But even Barack Obama attacked Libya for quite a while and without congressional approval. And so presidents do this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it constitutional? Unconstitutional? I don't know. I didn't take constitutional law in college either. So
You probably wouldn't have done too well.
Wow. So is it constitutional? I don't know. This is for higher minds than me to figure out. I don't know if you heard Maduro, though, through his lawyer, pleaded not guilty.
Yeah, of course.
I said, well, of course that's going to happen.
Yeah.
He says, I'm a prisoner of war, and I've been kidnapped, and he's going down. His defense is going down a whole nother road.
Oh, yeah.
Of how I should be let go, and I'm still the president of Venezuela. I'm still in charge.
Yeah.
I go, well, you can think you're still in charge, but you're gonna have a tough time running your country from the jail cell
for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's going to take them a long time to come back.
if they ever.
Can it be done? It can be. And I was hearing all day yesterday that at one time they were the third richest country in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, they were very rich. Yeah.
Us,
yeah.
Canada,
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Until these guys took over.
And you know, this Aruba is so very close to Venezuela. It's like a stone's throw away. And I remember when I used to go there with my sister, all the very rich people from Venezuela they were all over the island. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, all over the island. Yeah. So yeah, I say that because their economy was very good.
I hear that gas down there is about 25 cents a gallon.
In Venezuela?
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense.
Oh, it would,
They're pulling it right out of the ground there.
Yeah.
So, all right, we get another note called in. Just say the Democrats were against Maduro when Biden was in office. Now they're all for him. Oh, so it seems.
Well, I don't think they're for him. They're just against Trump.
That might be it as well.
I think you'd be hard pressed to be for someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
On another note, back here in Woonsocket, want to push this on for another 15 minutes or so. There's a 90-minute delay at Vernon Heights Elementary School today, only at Vernon Heights. Boiler issue.
Oh.
No heat in the building. Oh. It's going to be rough when it's, what do we got? 27 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that'll do it.
Little warmer than yesterday by about 10 degrees, but still very, very, very cold. So 90-minute delay at Vernon Heights. Already, the legislation, 2026 Rhode Island legislation gets back in business today. They all meet at the State House.
State House.
To all have their picture taken. It's just like the first thing they do.
And then they leave.
Everybody smile. Well, they're just gonna go in. I don't know what they're gonna do today. So, they're gonna hit the. They want to talk about health care. They want to do the budget gap. They want to talk about privately owned hospitals. And there's always the Washington Bridge. That's always a good thing to talk about. So there's lots that they'll be taking up in the next session. All right, break time here in the Coffee and program. So more coming your way. It's time for the forecast, and we got some nasty weather coming in. There's a winter weather advisory starting tomorrow night, starting tonight, going into Wednesday morning. Rain and freezing rain, and nothing worse than freezing rain.
Oh.
I mean, it just hits the ground and
snow any day.
Immediate ice. It's like, oh boy. All right, and weather forecast being brought to you right now by Positive Coaching Alliance.
The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for freezing rain overnight tonight. Cloudy skies today with a high near 35 degrees, light and variable wind. Tonight, freezing rain is likely, possibly mixed with regular rain, cloudy skies, overnight low of 31 degrees, chance of precipitation 70%, and new precipitation amount between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch is possible. Wednesday, a chance of freezing rain in the morning, then a chance of regular rain until about 2 in the afternoon, cloudy skies all day, gradually becoming mostly sunny at the end of the day with a high near 40. Winds will kick up to 25 miles per hour out of the west. New precipitation amounts about 1/10 of an inch possible. Thursday, sunshine and 44. Friday, 60% chance of rain likely, mainly after 3 p.m. Cloudy skies, high of 51, winds from the south. Friday night, more rain. Saturday, rain is 70% likely, cloudy skies and 48 all day with a wind from the north. Sunday, partly sunny skies and a high of 42, and on Monday, mostly sunny, high near 36 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio right here in the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, mostly cloudy skies and 27 degrees. Questions about youth, high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. Hey, Woonsocket, guess who's back in business? Trudeau's Auto Repair on Cass Avenue is officially reopened under brand new local ownership. Fabricio and Kristen invite you back to Trudeau's Auto Repair. With more than 20 plus years of automotive experience, the new owners have been a longtime customer of Trudeau's, and they're committed to continuing the honesty, trust, and care Trudeau's has always been known for. tune-ups, diagnostics, oil changes, and general automotive repair, plus Rhode Island State inspections can all be done at Trudeau's Auto Repair, 654 Cass Avenue, Woonsocket. Follow them on Facebook.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
WOON AM and FM.
All right, I'm going to remember this time because AJ pointed it out to me. Don't we have to do this drawing, Joe? It's staring me right in the face, and the answer is yes. All right, this is the Milk Fund calendar drawing for today. It's a prize a day calendar, as you know. Today is January 6th. Today's winner will receive a $25 Amazon gift card. Use it on whatever you like.
And no
at
calendar.
Amazon.
Yeah.
What's that? And no calendar?
No calendar.
No, AJ's going to give us his best drum roll. Why, Linda, you please pick out a name. Only one, please. Ta-da. Thanks, AJ.
There you go.
Now, the beauty of the calendar is if you win, and we've had a couple of winners already, after we contact you, we throw your name back in. So we could have another winner that's already won, but I don't think so.
Oh, you throw their names back in?
Yes, after they've won today, we contact them. They say your prize is waiting for you here at the station, and then we put your name back into the bucket so you can win 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Technically, I guess you'd win 31 times, but that's not going to happen. The winner today, Lee Forcier. I know Lee.
Do you?
From the yes, on the Autumnfest steering committee.
Oh.
I knew her from that. Lee, you're the winner of the $25 Amazon gift card. And we'll put Lee's name back in after we contact her, and we'll draw another winner tomorrow. Tomorrow's winner will receive a $25 Amazon gift card.
That's always
a lot of
good.
gift cards to give away. So.
That's good.
Have you ever had any names pulled out more than once?
Well, this is new this year for the Milk Fund.
Okay.
But Autumn Fest does it.
Yeah.
A prize a day calendar in November, and there I've seen it on past years where a person has won at least twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's amazing. Hey, this person's already won. Well, that's the beauty of the contest, that your name gets tossed back in, and you can keep winning over and over. So yes, I have seen it happen, just not yet with the Milk Fund yet. All right, this is probably no surprise, but the Bishop of the Archdiocese of Providence, Bruce Lewandowski, okay, he says that Latino mass attendance is down 20% in Rhode Island. You know why? At least what he's saying. Why?
I'm not surprised.
Ice?
It's ice.
Ice.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
They're not. They're okay. They're okay when they're in church.
Yeah.
And mass is going on.
Yeah.
But it's getting there and coming
leaving.
out.
Leaving, yeah.
That he says they're worried they're going to get picked up and like that. So that's why attendance is way off at your Latino masses that happen. There's one in Pawtucket, right? Don't they have a Spanish mass? Yeah. Okay. I don't think we have one. Do we have one in Woonsocket?
No, but there are some Latino churches.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
necessarily, Catholic churches.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he was on Channel 12 over the weekend on their newsmaker programs, and that's what he was saying there. The bishop is an advocate for what he describes as humane enforcement through comprehensive immigration reform. He said the way deportation is currently handled is contrary to the gospel. So that's the opinion of the Bishop of Providence, Bruce Lewandowski. All right. And the Rhode Island GOP chairman is stepping down.
Yes. I see
He's just he's too busy. His work is bumped up, and his traveling has bumped up, and so his workload is just too much. So he's stepping down. He's going to stay on the party's state central committee as chairman emeritus. No replacement was announced, and I was just kidding around to myself. I said, "Well, how about we just go with the second guy who's a Republican in the state? Shouldn't he just or she.
Yeah, she.
Because they're just not that many.
No.
Don't you want to do it now?
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's more, and I'm just joking around. I'm sure they'll pick somebody else. But it's Joe Powers. He's the one that is stepping down as of January 15th. So
is he the one that's been writing the columns in the Breeze?
You know, if I read the Breeze on a more regular basis, I would know the answer to that.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't know. Could be. Is it Joe Powers that writes something in there? Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was the head of the Republican committee.
Yeah. Okay, it could be. So, Linda, you probably heard this. The CDC came out with their new guidelines for childhood vaccine schedule. Let's see, I got the story here. The CDC announcing an overhaul of the childhood vaccine schedule. The updated schedule is expected to resemble Denmark's, which recommends all children get vaccines for 11 diseases rather than 18. Senior Health and Human Services officials said the changes are meant to restore trust in public health, but public health experts and major medical organizations warn against the change. Well, of course, the major medical organizations would do that. They're going to lose money. Parents who want their children to receive all of the vaccines previously recommended will still be able to do so, and insurance will still cover the costs. But
there's been a lot of controversy about that over the last few weeks.
Over what, the vaccines themselves, or
sure.
insurance companies covering it?
No, the vaccines themselves for kids and seniors.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, up in Massachusetts, health officials, they're pushing back after the CDC reduced the number of vaccines. State leaders say the change could weaken protections against diseases like measles and whooping cough during an already severe flu season. Governor Maura Healey and Public Health Commissioner Robbie Goldstein called the move dangerous and said Massachusetts will continue promoting full vaccinations access statewide. And flu deaths are on the rise in Massachusetts as well.
Well, in Rhode Island, too.
And in Rhode Island. And, in fact, in Rhode Island, if you go to Rhode Island Hospital, you got to wear a mask.
Masking up.
Everybody.
Yeah. Everybody's going to mask up. Well, you know, the CDC comes out with those guidelines, and, and of course we've got this.
That's all they really are, right?
Well, they're guidelines, but I think the parents have to have discussions with their healthcare provider.
And with the pediatrician.
With the pediatrician, not
Not the CDC?
The CDC, they are learned people, and they've always given good guidelines, but still, the pediatrician knows your child, you know what you want, and it needs to be there. And vaccines, we've been seeing a lot of measles. You've been seeing an uptick in measles and
nationwide,
yeah. and that's what happens when people don't get the vaccines,
right?
And that's what happens. And God forbid that we start seeing an uptick in polio and those other childhood diseases.
Well, that's what they attributed the uptick in measles. People coming in from outside the United States that were not vaccinated.
And yes, and that's a big part of it too. That's a big part of it too. They're coming in, they're not immunized for against a lot of the diseases, the childhood diseases that we see. But also, there's less, even within the United States, the rate of vaccinations is down too.
Yes, it is.
Because there's been a controversy. And that's not new.
Right.
That's not new about the childhood vaccinations, because I remember way back, even 20 years ago maybe, there were some local pediatricians that were attributing the increase in autism to the vaccine. So that so that's not new. That's not really new, but it's a shame that we see, and there's been deaths in the little ones from measles.
I think we just had our first.
And that can be prevented. But basically, take your advice from your pediatrician. He knows your child, and that's how it should be.
In Massachusetts, they just had their very first pediatric flu death.
Yeah.
The Department of Public Health reported the child died of the week of December 21st, but no other information was released. There have been 29 flu-related deaths so far this season in Massachusetts.
How old was that child, does it say?
It just doesn't say.
Yeah.
Other than it was a pediatric flu death,
Yeah.
so
Right.
anywhere from newborn up to
Well, and you know,
10.
and you know, a lot of these flus, even with the deaths of the flu and COVID, had underlying medical issues to begin with. You know,
and that could have
some
been the situation here
chronic
too.
diseases. You
Yeah.
know, so that plays a part in it as well.
Right.
You know.
All right. We like bringing up stories like this because sometimes people are just the bad people are just not the brightest bulbs going. Boston police said a 43-year-old Dorchester resident is facing charges thanks to a post he put on Facebook Marketplace. So it turns out this guy allegedly stole a pair of skis and then put it on Facebook Marketplace to sell. Well, the owner of the skis sees his skis being sold. So this happened on New Year's Day. The victim notified police that his stolen skis were listed for sale online. So let's make arrangements. We'll make arrangements were made to meet the suspect, identified as Tyrone Sneed. After confirming the asking price matched the Facebook listing price, he was arrested on a charge of receiving stolen property over $1,200. Skis are expensive.
Skis are not cheap. No,
And the stolen skis were returned to the owner.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that I'm going to post the skis I've stolen
Not a lot of
online
thought given
so
to that.
everybody can see it. All right. That makes perfect sense. That makes
I wonder
perfect sense.
if he even put on the posting stolen skis.
just to make it easier to sell.
Oh my God.
You can't be that dumb to list
Apparently you can.
These skis are stolen.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Break time once again here on the Coffee and more coming your way. We ask you to please stick around.
OM 1240. Don't get caught out in the cold this winter. Inferno Audio offers top-tier remote car starters. Heat up your ride from inside your cozy home. No more freezing your fingers, scraping ice off your windshield. And when you need a new key for your vehicle, before heading to the dealer, stop in to see Keith at Inferno Audio, Clinton Street, Woonsocket, for a less expensive option. Be sure to visit InfernoAudio.com. 3 contestants are running to be Mardi Gras Queen of the Woonsocket Mardi Gras to help the Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts. The title of Queen will go to the contestant who sells the most raffle tickets. The 3 women vying for Mardi Gras Queen are Melissa Iadelli, Renee Chambroni, and Tatiana Rollinson. Mardi Gras Ball Coronation will be Sunday, February 8th at the Italian Workingmen's Club at 5 p.m. Tickets are $25 per person. After they choose their king and princes, the Queen and her court will preside over the Mardi Gras Ball the following Saturday, February 14th at St. Anne's Arts and Cultural Center. Tickets are $40 per person for the ball. Cajun and Zydeco music at the ball will be provided by the Squeeze Box Stompers. Tickets for both events can be purchased from the 3 contestants for Queen of the Mardi Gras and Northern Rhode Island Council of the Arts members. For biographies of the women who are the contestants and for more information, visit the website nrica.org. We're local and live at 99.5.
It is Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with AJ Brissett and Linda Tebow. So this is probably going to knock you over with a feather. Ready? McDonald's is accused of false advertising.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yep. The Chicago-based fast food chain is being sued for offering the McRib sandwich. I don't know. I've never had their McRib sandwich. Just not a big rib person. But after offering the McRib sandwich, even though the meal doesn't have pork rib meat in the sandwich.
Yeah.
So what is it? Is the question.
It's Hamburg, I think.
As a McRib?
They make it look like, I don't know.
Okay.
You know.
Wow.
Well, the suit also says the McRib is one of the most expensive options on the restaurant's menu, despite the meat used is lower quality cuts. McDonald's officials released a statement saying the claims are inaccurate, and they say the sandwich is made with 100% pork. So this is going to...
Yeah, but 100% pork says nothing about the quality.
That's true.
Yeah.
Could be... But it's 100% pork. That's what that's
false advertising.
That's the first part of the claim is that it's not even pork, and they're coming out and say, "Oh, yes, it is." the low quality, that's something we'll have to deal with at a later time. So there you go.
Oh, well, and it's the most expensive item on the menu.
That makes sense.
It's hard to say.
Yeah,
most expensive item on the menu of,
Yeah.
menu McDonald's.
Was McDonald's the one that was selling those? They weren't hamburgers, but it was some kind of.
Oh, the promised ones.
The sludge. No, not the veggie stuff. The sludge.
Well, I don't remember that.
Well, it was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Sludge. No.
They were making a bunch of sludge.
Really? And selling it as burgers?
Selling it as burgers.
Wow.
Were they tasty?
I don't know.
Wow.
Back to Facebook Marketplace.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Another criminal.
An elderly Nebraska woman is out $1,400. She tried to buy a puppy on Facebook Marketplace.
Don't do that. Yeah.
The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office says the 78-year-old thought she was purchasing a pug for $500.
Yeah, you don't get a pug for $500.
No, they're more expensive? All right. For $500. Okay. However, the supposed seller began demanding additional fees, which the victim paid via gift cards and Bitcoin. The woman never received or even saw the puppy. Authorities say anyone wanting to buy a dog online should make sure they see the animal in person first. Out $1,400. That's a shame. So, all right. A homeless woman in Florida. She's accused of trying to light a fire inside a gas tank of a Miami-Dade fire rescue vehicle.
Oh, gee.
Wow. 48-year-old Layla Lavarenko was confronted by witnesses and later arrested by Miami Beach police. Authorities say her attempts to light the fire were unsuccessful. She was arrested on charges of arson and drug possession. Wow. That's odd, huh? I don't know why she would want to light it on fire. What's the point?
What did she get out of that? Right.
I don't know.
Well, a grudge against the fire department, right?
Who has a grudge against the fire department? You know? I don't know. And a man is facing charges accused of making threats during the LSU women's basketball game last Thursday. This is down in Louisiana State University. Tyrell Preston was charged with terrorizing and resisting an officer. The LSU Police Department was called to the Pete Maravich Assembly Center that night to investigate. An affidavit says officers say witnesses Preston was saying, quote, "I'm going to blow this blank up." Authorities said he was upset over his seat. Wow. Not everybody can sit in the seventh row, you know.
You know what? I can see little old ladies doing that in the bingo hall.
Yeah.
But at a basketball
and you're absolutely right, because that's my seat, and you can't sit in it. That happens in lots of places. Yeah.
We have a note called in, just 7661240. I want to know, AJ, do you mean the does AJ mean the pink slime Hamburg they were pushing a couple of years? Okay, not sludge.
The pink slime.
So I do remember pink slime.
I remember pink slime,
but I don't remember who sold it.
Well, one person's slime is another
person's sludge. Oh, that's a good point. That's an excellent point.
Yeah. I remember that now. Pink slime. Yeah.
Are they still selling that stuff?
Not that I'm not aware of.
I think they can't. No, they can't. They can't.
Because it's not real
That's what
food.
I thought.
Yeah,
it's
they
just not real food.
anymore.
But they were making a ton of money on it.
Yeah.
It was Ed Crew that told us, it was a couple of years ago. He did the work for us, AJ. He went out and bought these veggie burgers, or I can't believe it's not meat, or and he bought some sausage patties and burgers. And maybe even chicken.
Yeah.
Worst stuff he's ever had.
Said it tasted like mulch.
Yeah, it's awful. So, but maybe some people like it. You know, one person's mulch is another person's fantasy. So there you go. All right. Comedian Colin Mockery is recovering after undergoing eye surgery following an emergency medical situation. You know who Colin Mockery is? In the TV show Whose Line Is It Anyway? He's don't want you know.
Were they ad-libbing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
He's the white guy that's bald, as opposed to the black guy that's bald.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Now, very very funny.
Okay.
He's actually been to the Stadium Theater.
Really?
Him and usually one of the other Whose Line Is It guys go out on tour, and they do the actual show that they do like on TV, and they get suggestions from the audience to do, and they do stuff on stage and ad lib, and they bring people up on stage, and which is great because there's a lot of local stuff that's brought in as jokes. And they'll say something that's locally oriented. They have no idea why it's funny.
No,
but the crowd roars.
Yeah, right.
Kind of thing. Yeah. And so yes.
Does it say what the problem was with his eye?
Let's see. In a shared statement with his tour mate Asad Mekki, the two announced that their upcoming shows will be postponed due to Mockery's emergency eye surgery. They added that his medical team is optimistic about his full recovery, but he needs time to rest and heal. Mekki and Mockery are working on rescheduling their postponed shows under the Improv Under Hypnosis tour. So it doesn't say what's wrong with his eyes. Just that it was an emergency situation and I had to take care of it.
Detached retina. Yeah.
It could have been. It doesn't say how that happened, but it took place. Now, I saw Colin do his show a couple of years ago down at the Vets. It was him and Brad Sherwood did a show. And I'm telling the last 15 minutes was the funniest thing I have ever seen done. And you wouldn't think it would be funny. And because I tried explaining it to someone of what they did. And I said, you really have to see it. And then they did the exact same thing up at the Stadium Theater. And the friend I told to go see it at the Stadium Theater said I was right. Yeah. It is the absolute funniest thing you would ever see. He goes, and because what they did is they brought out a rope and they put a rope at about ankle length at the edge of the stage. And they did this because they were going to be blindfolded on the stage. And they didn't want to fall off the stage. So they were going to be barefoot walking around. And so if you hit the rope, okay, you're near the edge of the stage, you got to back up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the funny part. That was the safety part. So they were going to be blindfolded, and they were doing some kind of thing where one would say something that started with it was an alphabet thing. So he started the sentence with the letter B. The next one had to start the next sentence with the letter C. And keep going and try to make a cohesive story out of it. But meanwhile, there were 100 mousetraps, the ones that snap, on the stage, and now they're blindfolded walking around. You can't believe how funny this is. Watching them try to do this and having mousetraps snapping, going off all the time.
Did they know the mousetraps?
Oh yeah, this was their idea.
Yeah.
We know we're going to do this, and so. And have them talking and going, ow. It is, I mean, people rolling in the aisles.
Yeah.
It was so funny. So hopefully he can get back to doing that. Yeah. Of course, they cheated a little sometimes. They peek to see where the mousetraps are. They throw mousetraps at each other sometimes. But if you ever get a chance to see Colin Mockery and whoever he comes around with to do a show, it's pretty impressive because it's all improv stuff. And guys and women that can do that quickly is so impressive. That can just right off the bat.
Some of them are really good at it.
This very, very good at it.
One of the funniest shows I ever saw was Jeff Dunham.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
he is hysterical.
With the ventriloquist. Yes.
Yeah. He is something else.
Didn't stop laughing from beginning to end. And he came out and told the audience, he said, it was July then, he said, I'm rehearsing for a Christmas show, so if you don't mind...
We'll do some Christmas jokes?
This show is going to be geared toward
Christmas
a Christmas show.
Okay.
So he kept forgetting the lines. And then, the little old man there was...
Walter.
And
Walter.
The audience was filling in the lines that Jeff was... And the little guy says, the audience knows this show better than you do. It was really hysterical.
No, he's funny.
He is funny.
He is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ahmed the Dead Terrorist is the funniest character. I kill you. That is just a scream. It is so funny.
Yeah.
All right. The weight loss drug Wegovy is now available in pill form.
Yes.
No more injectables
here
in the USA.
Yeah.
A starter dose of the pill will be available for, this is not cheap, Linda.
No.
$149.
Yeah.
A pill?
Yes.
Yeah.
A startup dose of the pill will be available for $149 to patients with a prescription who purchased it directly through the manufacturer without insurance.
Yeah.
Okay. According to Novo Nordisk, that's the manufacturer, the largest dose of the medication will be available by the end of the week for $300 a month.
300.
The pill will be available at more than 70,000 U.S. pharmacies as well as select telehealth providers.
Well, I was just talking to a woman that was on the injectable, and she was very happy because it was costing her $500 a month.
Oh, so this is a savings.
So it's this 300 is a savings. And, you know, her particular thing, she was pre-diabetic, you know. So there were issues that they were trying to...
Were the injectables working?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were working. Yeah, she had lost, I think, 14 pounds already.
Okay.
And but she said $500.
Yeah, I wonder if the pill will help her lose the exact same amount of weight.
You wonder.
I wonder.
Yeah, you wonder if the dosage is the same.
I don't know. And for those of you that are wondering, Barry Manilow, you know he's got lung cancer.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah. He's sharing an update after being diagnosed with lung cancer last month. And he went on Instagram, and the singer shared a positive update, posting a grinning selfie from a hospital bed along with a text bubble that reads, "Better today." In late December, he announced his diagnosis, saying doctors found a cancerous spot on his left lung. Said they were going to do a surgery to go and get it out. He underwent surgery to have it removed and canceled his January performances as a result, as he is now recovering. The last I heard, he's got shows coming up in Vegas somewhere. I'm not sure if he's at the Sphere or not, but he's got shows in February he wants to get to, and because there's money involved there.
Yeah.
You know, you don't show, you don't.
So before you sign off,
your words of wisdom, please.
I got my words of wisdom.
Oh, thank goodness.
This is a marriage tip. If your husband says that he'll fix it, he will. There's no need to remind him every 6 months.
I don't get it.
You wouldn't.
I get it.
I don't know what the problem is. All right, that does it for the show today. Thank you very much for listening in. Always appreciated. AJ, thanks for being here.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, and Linda, thanks for being here as well.
My pleasure.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned. AJ's sticking around for another hour. You lucky people. Do you remember is coming up after the 9 o'clock news here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Venezuela's Vice President Delcy